Hello everyone. Welcome to my Tesla stock video. I may not have a good YouTuber skills, but I have a very deep connection with Tesla stock. It has been my largest position for like more than 5 years. I have been an enthusiast. I have spent hundreds and hundreds of hours researching Tesla to the point where probably it's not for additional knowledge of the stock, but just out of interest. So I'm gonna tell you what fundamentals are changing right now. What's the situation with the stock? What's good about it? Why you should buy it? Why you should sell it? I'm not telling you what to do, but you're gonna come to your own conclusions. I'm just gonna tell you what are my thoughts. And so little history. I bought Tesla before COVID. I went all in approximately at this point, just before the first rise. I continued to buy Tesla stock at this little peak, how it looks right now. But also I continue to buy here. I bought some here as well. And at the end of the video, I will tell you what I did I sell, where I sold, if I sold, what am I buying, what am I gonna do in the future. So the first topic is Elon. This is a creepy picture, but I'm gonna tell you a few things that have changed. So what I see that Elon is as distracted as he's ever been in these past 5 years. As a CEO of Tesla, I see that possibly motivation is damaged for some employees due to his actions, and I see a brand damage for Tesla stock caused directly by Elon. And so the first thing, I think he's always been distracted. He's always had been a CEO for multiple companies, SpaceX, Neuralink, you know the drill. But this time it's more controversial and other things. And that has more serious consequences for different reasons. Now, first of all, brand damage. Tesla's main moneymaker right now is selling electric cars. And at first, the main customers were people in America who were on the left, who maybe wanted to buy electric vehicle due to climate change reasons. The Europeans also were major customer base, and the Chinese, of course. Now, all those three consumer bases probably hate Elon right now as a person, and that's bad. The Tesla brand damage is real. But on the other hand, realistically, 95% of people would buy a vehicle not because of their political beliefs or strong beliefs, but due to economic reasons. And if the car is good, if it's the best car for that price range, they're gonna buy the car. We see this in all sorts of sectors or whatever. So the brand damage is real, but is it a real concern? Long term, no. I don't think so. So about the motivation of the Tesla employees. Tesla used to have this great purpose. Let's save the world. Let's transition the world to sustainable energy. And some people have raised an argument that right now, since Elon is together with Trump and all the things that he's doing, that party is associated with not even believing in climate change. So the mission is kind of not right. And some people are saying arguments like, what are Tesla's mission right now? Robots, uh, uh, driverless taxis. They're trying to be Uber. They're trying to be replace your gardener. No, but the real thing is that that if it is successful, if they manage to solve autonomy and real life AI, that is gonna bring prosperity to literally everyone. And actually, the real purpose is even, you could say, larger than just making the electric vehicles which do not use as much CO2 as gas cars, internal combustion engine cars. So I think it's not that bad. Elon has always done these crazy things like SpaceX, Neuralink, you name it, you know the drill. And that's why it's not a massive shift that he's now distracted with Doge and all those sorts of things. People are already used to Elon not being just a single focused CEO. He can afford to do many other things and still be a great leader. But is he a great leader right now? I think so, yes. There are no major signs that is changing, so conceptually I do not see it as a problem. Now, he is the richest man in the world, and that is for a reason. He is the best at what he does. So I am not anti-Elon as a Tesla shareholder. My beliefs on other things may be different, but everybody has their own opinion. Oh, now what Elon is the greatest at is foresight into the future. He saw that rockets can be reusable, and everybody thought it's impossible. But he did it. He thought that electric vehicles can be economically viable and even better than internal combustion engine cars. Everybody thought he was wrong until he proved them right. Now that is his number one strength, in my opinion, and that relates really well to full self-driving and Optimus. And my thoughts about this will be a little bit later, but first let's talk about current core business of Tesla, selling electric vehicles. Now Tesla was years ahead of the competition, and everybody was laughing at the competition. What I believe is that Tesla is still very much ahead of the competition, especially in the West. The Chinese competition is closer, but Tesla is still ahead. Many vehicles are closer in terms of their price and their value than they were before, but Tesla is still the best value for the model, for the car model specific. And there's another catch. You can see how much Tesla makes per one car, and then you watch how much other brands make per electric vehicle made. We'll talk about this later, but first look at market share in the United States. Tesla was completely dominating, out of control. People were also used to Tesla growing 50% a year. Now, eventually it had to. The adoption curve of Teslas all around the world had to slow down. And you can see that competition by market share is catching up. Slowly, but it is. And of course, there's many reasons for each quarter. There's many excuses. For example, Model why was ramping up in this quarter. There were bad economic decisions. Maybe Hyundai or Kia is targeting different consumer base where Tesla is not currently making a vehicle for. But what I see in the future, what is my prediction, when we go 10 years ahead, if we are not looking at full self-driving, I see that electric vehicles will be the largest share of all vehicles, and Tesla will be the largest manufacturer out of electric vehicles. So they're still gonna be number one, but it's not gonna be 40% of the whole market. It will slowly dip down unless something major happens, which may be full self-driving exploding. But what I see is it's gonna be the same as Ford F-150 or Toyota Corolla. It's gonna be still Tesla market cap will be very large. Let's go further. Here you can see automaker market share for the 2024, and in 2030 I expect Tesla being confidently the largest manufacturer and probably larger than the largest manufacturer right now. It's gonna dominate more than General Motors is what's the word? Okay, whatever. I forgot the word, but I'm not gonna go into detail why, because this is sort of, I have to move forwards. But yeah, you can expect more videos about this going more in detail. Yeah, the thing about the latest quarter, as I said, we were used to Tesla growing their business pretty much 50% a year. And you can see that since 2024, although there are viable excuses, it's slowly starting to taper off and top off. Now, what I expect is that Tesla is gonna keep growing again, but the valuation should change, since we cannot expect 50% growth. Short term, it may be a reduction in valuation from this point of view, so that's negative. Now, let's talk about the insane upside potential of full self-driving and afterwards Optimus, real life AI. Now, whether I believe it's gonna happen, either of those things, I'm sure it's gonna happen. And it may happen after 5 years, after 10 years, after 15 years. I'm not sure. Nobody knows that. But what I can say is that I do believe it's gonna happen for sure. And currently Tesla is in number one position in both of those things. Now let's first talk about full self-driving. I see no real competition for full self-driving. Why? There's two types of full self-driving. The autonomous, the cars without a driver. Now the one thing is what Waymo is doing. They are mapping out complete cities, they have massive control, they are brute forcing full self-driving, they are using LiDAR, and it's totally not generally applicable, and it will be part of our future, but only in cities, only in specific places where they map out everything, and they, after something change, they have to update the map for the car, and that is completely different from what Tesla is doing. They're using cameras and they are using AI. The car thinks for itself what to do, just like humans do. We see with our eyes, with our cameras, and we think with our brain where to drive, what to do. nobody's pretty much doing what Tesla does, and nobody has data what Tesla does. Nobody has this system of every car gathering data and sending it to supercomputers. Tesla is uncatchable, and there's no competition. I believe other automakers have already given up, and they will just license this full self-driving from Tesla. So I'm super confident that Tesla will be the ones who has cars, who think for themselves, and they see with their eyes, and they can drive everywhere, anywhere in the world. As you saw, they just recently released full self-driving in China, and even though they have never tried full self-driving there, from the car's brain only the car is ready to drive. And yeah, of course it's gonna be some time before the car is perfect enough to be to drive without a driver, but it's gonna happen anyways. And if it happens after a year or if it happens after 5 years, it doesn't matter. Nobody is catching them anyways. So I'm extremely bullish about that. And the Optimus robots, okay, that is a little bit more unclear. It's, I'd say, more in the future. Maybe we can expect within the few years some specific applications of this, but yeah, I still believe that Tesla is number one in the race of achieving this, but it's very unclear to have any confidence or value this. You can just think about, okay, Tesla is worth that much and that much, but there's a small possibility that Tesla will achieve real life AI like this with their also full self-driving experience. And if that happens, then you can expect insanely massive increase in the stock price. So that's just a really cool bonus, but it's not something you can rely on. I believe that. I'm not relying on Optimus. Yeah, so let's summarize everything. Let's summarize everything about the situation right now. Tesla sold the number one vehicle in the world. The thing is that Tesla Model Y is a pretty luxury vehicle, pretty expensive and pretty advanced for the average world's consumer. As you can see, the next most popular vehicles are more basic, more small, so they have a lot larger amount of people who potentially could buy the vehicle. So what I expect is when the Tesla releases a cheaper car, which they say they're gonna do, then they have insanely large potential for people buying their car. So the next thing, so overall, the future in the short term is unclear. I believe there are reasons why you should value Tesla less and less, but I also believe that Tesla will achieve full self-driving. And I didn't speak about other things like Tesla insurance, Tesla energy, and all the other things, but it's unclear how the weights are gonna go in which direction in the short term. So if you want to buy Tesla and hold it for like 1 or 2 or 3 years, I don't think it's a very good idea to buy Tesla stock. There's probably many other stocks that have much greater potential. Yeah, you can see sorry, I'm really bad at being a YouTuber. This is my first video ever. I'm just trying to summarize my thoughts. First I talked about short-term potential of Tesla. Now let's talk about the long-term potential of Tesla. Overall, I think pretty much all the aspects of Tesla are gonna grow. and they're gonna grow and they're gonna grow because they have extremely good fundamentals. The company's completely self-integrated, and the large potential of full self-driving and even robots is massive. If I would compare Tesla right now to what it was in 2020, there was a clearer indication that Tesla stock is gonna explode because there was a massive growth spurt ahead of it. But right now, the core business is slowing down, selling cars. There are things that, for example, this cheaper vehicle that's gonna grow the business. The energy side of Tesla is gonna grow large. There are these full self-driving effects, but overall I just feel that it's unclear compared to 2020 if Tesla is gonna grow and how much is it gonna grow. So the longer you're willing to hold Tesla, the more confident I am that overall the business is gonna grow, and some parts of the business is probably grow exponentially. So I believe Tesla is a great investment for the long term, but I'm not that confident. I don't see the picture as clearly as I saw it in 2020. And what I did, I sold a little bit here just for personal reasons, a small amount because I needed money, whatever, it doesn't matter. Right here, I sold Tesla a decent amount, like a fifth of all my Tesla holdings, to buy other stocks, mainly AMD. And right here, I sold it again. Why did I sell it? Do I not believe in Tesla? Now I hold less than half of my total holdings that was at this point before selling. No, it was just because I saw a greater opportunity than Tesla, in my opinion. And that's AMD stock, but I'm not going to talk about it in this video, but I still hold half of my Tesla and I'm gonna hold it for 10 years just to see what happens, because I believe it's gonna go up either way. It's gonna go up much or it's gonna go up decently. I'm not sure, but there's potential for both. So if you have Tesla stock, it's a good idea. Good luck to you. Oh my god, I have to train to become a better YouTuber. But I hope you got some value from this, and I promise you, I will get better at speaking just from the top of my head as making these videos, because I'm gonna continue to make more and more and more videos, and at first I'm gonna respond to every single comment, so please leave anything that we can talk about in the comment section. Okay, thanks.